This first lesson is called Batik, and it is an ancient form, an ancient art process actually that was used in Egypt and India and Indonesia. And it's the use of wax and dyed material. But in this case, we're going to use crayons because that's our wax, and we're going to and the crayons are colored, and then we're going to use a black acrylic paint for our dye, and we'll show you how that works. It's a real easy process, and it has such amazing results to it. You will absolutely love it. The supplies that you're going to need are your crayons, and it can be a single pack or it can be the big pack. You're going to need some computer paper that you can actually cut into 4 pieces, and how you do that, you just simply fold it once, fold it again, and then cut it, and you've got 4 separate sheets. And acrylic paint, a small bottle of acrylic paint that you're actually going to put a little bit of water with it, just so that it's a little more liquidy. And I use a little mason jar with mine so that I can keep it and use it for my other batik lessons. So that's pretty much all that you need for this, and you're going to love it. Now let's get started with our batik. Now that you've selected the leaf that you like, you're just going to lay it on there, and you can use a crayon, any color, doesn't matter, and just trace it off. And it doesn't have to be exact, but you're just going to go ahead and just trace the whole leaf off. And matter of fact, I've already got one done. I'll show you how that looks. So I've traced my leaf off, and then using my colors, using my crayons, I've decided that I'm going to use blue for my background, and I'm going to use a multitude of colors on my leaf because I want it to look like fall. So I've got some choices here that I've already started, and I want you to notice how I've pressed down on the crayons so that the wax actually transfers to the leaf, because that's the trick to batik, is that you definitely want a lot of wax on there, and it just so happens that this wax comes in colors, which is great. So you just color your leaf however you want, and if you need to color over it again just to make sure that you've got everything covered, you can do that too. So there's no wrong way to do this, and I'm purposefully not going to finish this because I want to be able to show you what it looks like when you don't have wax, because batik is an ancient art form, and it's going to be important that you understand how much wax needs to go on here for this to work really good, because there's going to be times when maybe you might miss coloring it in, and you'll realize then what it's going to do. So when we do this, when we finish, we're gonna pretend that we have colored it all, and with our crayons, and we're good to go. And then this is the fun part. You're gonna love this. You then take it and you wrinkle it up. You crumple it up like a bad grade. That's what Miss Jennifer says. Crumple it up like a bad grade, and then you're gently gonna pull it out. And you have to be real gentle because this paper sometimes will tear. So you have to be real careful with it. And you just press it out a little bit. And you know what? You're going to crumple it up again. You're going to do this 2 times. And to be honest with you, you may want to do it more than twice, depending on how many cracks that you want. Because you see, every time that I wrinkled this up, I created these little cracks in the wax. And this is the art of batik. And so I'm going to press this out, and then I'm going to get my paper towels, because now I'm going to paint black on top of it. And the black paint, is something that is going to seep into those cracks. This is black acrylic paint that's watered down a little bit. And sometimes you have to play with it to get the right consistency. And so you're going to, and I already know that's too much. So I'm going to paint over this. And you are going to get paint on you on this. So I'm just going to warn you that unless you wear some gloves, you can expect to get paint on you, on your fingers anyway. So then you take another piece of paper towel and you put on top of it and you sop that up. And it might take more than one. And this too comes with just, and see how beautiful that's looking already? It gives it an old, ancient look. And I'm going to use a little bit of water. And you see where I didn't put the crayon, it of course it turned black. But look at the beautiful crackling effect that it has. I mean, that is just gorgeous. And I've got some other samples for you, because you see, I took that same leaf and I did it in different colors. But now this paper is cardstock, and I didn't have as much success with it as I did with the computer paper. This was also cardstock, different colors, and I laid the leaf in different areas. And then I played with using white and making it look like the wind was blowing it. And then I took this and I framed it with some black construction paper, glued it on top, and then glued it onto a card. And this is where you could actually make you some nice gifts, some nice greeting cards that you can give as Christmas presents, or send a nice note to your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, somebody you love. They would love getting it. And this is the art of batik.